Welcome back, basketball fans, to Limassol, Cyprus. This is game day 4, match number 11 overall in Group C of the competition, FIBA EuroBasket 2025. My name is Tahir Hajar. I'll be your lead commentator. Joining me is Will Voigt, and we'll be taking you through the action today. As you see on your screen, Cyprus are taking on Georgia at 6:15 p.m. tip, local time. A thriller for game 1 here today, as Greece fell by 3 points against Bosnia and Herzegovina. More excitement on the cards, hopefully, for our final 2 games of the day. Here's how the standings look ahead of this one. Georgia in need of victory, as are Cyprus. Georgia already got their first victory of FIBA EuroBasket 2025. Cyprus still searching for theirs. Now the players are making their way into the arena and onto the court for the official team introductions, starting with Georgia and their roster for this ball game. Wearing number 4 is Rati Andronikashvili, number 5 Sandro Mamukelashvili, number 6 is Kakar Chinsindradze, number 7 is Luka Brojanadze, number 9 Georgi Shamadini, number 10 Dulisanadze, number 12 Georgi Korsantia, number 15 Alexandra Plevadze, number 23 Tornike Shengelia, number 35 Goga Bitadze, number 44 Kamar Baldwin, and number 77 Georgi Ojkhihidze. Their head coach is Alexander Dzikic. They openly expressed that they were resting in the last game against Greece. Today, they've got to go pedal to the metal.
Well, I think if you're Georgia, you want to get out to a good start in this game. See if you can also get additional rest for some of your guys. We saw Bitadze not suited up in their last game. Shengelia only playing 4 minutes in that game. It's been a struggle for Shengelia, just 5 points per game on 22% from the floor. Maybe just try to find him an early rhythm in this game and allow him to rest.
Well, our opponents for this ball game are the home nation Cyprus, whose historic EuroBasket continues here. They line up as follows. Wearing number 1 is Christos Noezidis, number 3 Konstantinos Semitzis, number 4 Yannis Pashali, number 5 is Simon Mikhail, number 6 Stefanos Iliadis, number 7 Andreas Christodoulou, number 9 Aeneas Young, number 10 Ioannis Giannaris, number 11 Michalis Koumis, number 13 Filipos Digas, number 21 Darryl Willis Jr., and number 99 Nikolaos Stilianou. Their captain, their head coach is Kundaforos Livatiotis. It's been a tough journey so far for Cyprus, but they have shown fight in each and every game, minus their last one.
Well, that's definitely been the case. The smallest nation ever to host here at EuroBasket, and they're always facing bigger lineups, more talent, but the heart has been there competing to the very end.
Well, teams are introduced to the floor, and the next protocol ahead of the game is the national anthems. So everybody in the arena will stand up first for the national anthem of Georgia. That is the national anthem of Georgia. Up next, the national anthem of Cyprus.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Cyprus.
national anthems complete. Cyprus versus Georgia is the game on the cards here at the Spiro Kyprianou Arena. As we will slowly focus in on your officials for today's game. They will be in control of all the action. They are as follows: from Lithuania, Gividas Gedvilas; from Serbia, Sinisa Perpa; and also from Lithuania, Gintaras Michulis. Well, this Georgian side are warming up, ready to go. We're going to see their starting five, and as we mentioned earlier on, we're going to be interested to see how they share their minutes today, Will.
Well, I think for sure for Coach Dzikic, really wants to find more rest even for some of his veterans. See, though, coming out with their strongest starting five here, looking for a good start to this game.
Mamo at the number 5, Sanadza 10, Shengele 23, Bitadze 35, and Baldwin number 44 is how Georgia will start. But Mamo Kelashvili has been the one constant so far in this Georgian team.
It really has. He's done a little bit of everything. The one thing missing for him, the three-point shooting, just 20% from the three-point line, but the only of their stars to play in that last game versus Greece.
We look to the other side of the floor now. Cyprus wearing all white, in tinge of gold. We'll check out their starting five. This is how they will look ahead of this one. Dimitris, Kumis, Tigas, Carol Willis Jr. and the captain Stylianou will start.
See Samitsis there, really one of the breakout stars of this tournament, but 0 for 4, 0 points in that last game. And Daryl Willis here really stepped up in that void. A little bit of a slow start to the tournament, but we've seen him being much more aggressive offensively in his last 2 games.
As you can see there, he's moving to Chinese Taipei for his next contract as a professional, a naturalized player, Darrell Willis Jr. As the teams make their way to their benches for the final team talk. Well, permutations are an important part of this. We'll update you on those very shortly, but we're going to hear him from the huddles now.
Duda, come out. Come on. Hey, if you see the defense is close, Duda. If you see defense is close, just keep on going, and Goga will come. Okay? If not, pass and follow. Just pass and follow, and then we go. For me, you give him big. I want you to come and take the ball this side. Take the ball. Hey, for me. As soon as you give this big, you stay to the basket. Feel it. You go like you're gonna cut, and the last moment you change and you give big to Tara. If the reaction is bad, shoot. If they switch.
Well, as we know, Greece have already qualified for the round of 16. Their undefeated record blemished by that loss against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Spain would qualify for the round of 16 with a victory today later on against Italy, or if Cyprus beat Georgia. Italy qualify for the round of 16 with victory over Spain tonight, or if Georgia beat Cyprus. Bosnia and Herzegovina, Georgia and Cyprus cannot confirm qualification today. Those are the permutations focused on the end result of this fixture. What are you expecting from this matchup, Will?
Well, obviously, it's the size of Georgia that's going to present a lot of problems for Cyprus. If you're Cyprus, you just got to find ways to junk the game up. I think in particular, they haven't been able to find enough three-point attempts so far in this tournament. See if they can get their 2 shooters going, Stylianou and Samitsis. Just 4 shot attempts for Samitsis in that last game. Definitely not enough for him. But the longer you can keep this game tight, force Georgia to keep these vets on the floor, you never know what can happen.
Well, we are underway. Cyprus versus Georgia. And a turnover. Inline possession for Cyprus.
It's a nice three-quarter there from Daryl Willis Jr. Drawing the assignment of the NBA player, but Tedza made that entry difficult there.
See how Cyprus will deliver their first offensive opportunity of the game. Willis Jr. going for a jumper from the elbow as Petadza and Mamu compete for the rebound. Baldwin for two.
Baldwin with that right-hand finish, left-hand player into the weak hand there.
Willis. Anu to Tigas off the dribble, and he gets the first points of the game for Cyprus, and he's great at getting to the rim.
See the explosion, just caught Petadza a little bit off guard there at the rim.
Baldwin has room for the three as Tigas goes under the screen. Rebound for Willis. 2 feet in the paint, the left-handed flower gets his own rebound. That will get the finish for Cyprus to lead.
Good job there. Willis Jr. sticking with it, had that first shot blocked, immediately went up with the second one. Georgia just a little flat here, not surprising. Some of these players not playing in their last game, maybe taking things for granted here.
Oh, Petadza, Goga.
He shot really well from the three-point line so far in this tournament.
Foul will be called here against number 44, Kamal Baldwin, for a hand check foul. Sideline possession for Cyprus.
He just steps out there. Willis Jr. not wanting to go out and pressure him. We've seen Petadza knock down a couple of tough shots from the three-point line in this tournament, establishing himself as a legitimate threat out there.
Stilianu, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Semitzis trying to find room for it. Stilianu will get it off. Fight for the boards. Willis. And Willis and Goga are going to go at each other a little bit here.
See, 2 offensive rebounds early. Beautiful spin and finish.
Shengelia. Yeah, Shengelia getting it done. Behind the back to Semitz is blocked by Petadza.
See, Georgia switching 1 through 5. They have an awareness of where Semitzis is. They don't want to give him any open looks from the perimeter. See, Willis Jr. Right place, right time there for that one, but really starting this game out aggressively. Great opportunity for him against Petadza, show how he can do against the young NBA player.
Here's Petadza. Skips across to Shengelia. He's got a mismatch against Tigas, but switches play over to the opposite side of the floor. Offensive rebound for Shengelia, trying to bully his way to the rim. The foul will be called.
I like the approach here from Cyprus. See, they're just staying compact, going to live with whatever Georgia can do from the three-point line. It's been a struggle for Georgia in this tournament. Just 21% from three as a team. Now the challenge for Cyprus, rebounding these misses.
Oh, we're going to get an end-line ball here. I thought it was 2 shots, but no, it's end-line. Shengelia is going to fire it up for 3. Well, 3 is always better than 2.
It's a welcome sight for Georgia. It's been a struggle in this tournament for Shengelia.
Shengelia kicks it out. Jamal Baldwin. Rebound for Kumis. Tigas. Vilianu. Tanzan all of the boards.
We haven't seen Mamu in the post yet. Such a size advantage playing at that 3 position.
Bitadze. Foul call. Foul call and Duda Sanadze. Substitutions checking in. Andronikashvili onto the floor. Also Borjanadze.
See there, Umi is not wanting to go out there, contest too heavily. They're going to live with whatever Georgia can do from the three-point line. I think it is the right strategy for Cyprus.
Tigas. Trying to lose Andronikashvili. Great pass to Samitsis. Knocked off the rim by Goga.
Play there from Goga. Letting that bounce back in.
Here is Mamu in the post. He opts to get it over to Sanadze. Oh, there's a rebound for Samitsis. Foul call against number 4, Andronikashvili. Push, sideline. It's not too bad a start to the game for Cyprus. 4 minutes 36, 6-10 is the score.
I think it's been a solid start. I like their game plan here defensively, just keeping it compact. You saw Willis Jr. being aggressive. The only missing piece, just finding Samitsis. Beautiful pass there from Tikas, but got to find Samitsis some open looks from threes. We saw early in this tournament what he's able to do. Now every opponent really putting out him at the top of their scouting report. Just a little more challenge now to create shots for him.
Andronikashvili has 2 personal fouls. That's the second one to go. Off the backboard.
Oh, any way you can do it.
Tanza's going to have another go for 3. And another go for 3. Now this time, he's on the money.
Long rebounds, the guards of Cyprus, you got to be aware, ready to chase those down.
Yes, double tapping, pulling up.
Not a good shot there from Tigas. And a little bit of offense here. Really known for his shooting.
Offensive foul. Goga puts his hand up for that one. Shamadini's going to check into the ball game. So for Cyprus, Mikhail. Charles onto the floor. Tikas again. Little pocket rocket.
Great finish there. That's what he has to do. Get into the interior, be a playmaker, finisher there.
Sanatse. High bounce and the rebound here for Willis. Almost fumbles it. One-on-one with Kelashvili. Simitsis the long two.
We've seen that from him in this tournament. Such a dynamic scorer, giving up a ton of size, but I love his aggression. He's got to take on that scoring mentality for this Cypriot team.
So that's it. Looking inside for Shomadini. Nice hands from Simitsis. Burjanadze lets it fly, and Simitsis is out and running here. Two players chasing him down. Simitsis! The Cyprus fans feel the energy because they have a tied ball game against Georgia.
Great little leak out there. You see these missed threes are going to lead to long rebounds. You have transition opportunities, and again, just staying really compact. I like this game plan from Cyprus. You see they're staying underneath screens. They're going to make all these shooters for Georgia show that they can make some threes.
You know, there's a real danger when you play teams like Cyprus. We've seen, as we mentioned, the hunger that they have. They're going to give everything they've got because of the magnitude of being in this tournament, etc. But if you're a much more talented team and you've seen the results before, you feel like, oh, come into this game a little bit relaxed. And if you're a little bit too relaxed, this Cyprus team, they're going to punish you. And they're going to make you realize that, hey, we got to step our game up here.
Well, if you're Coach Yikic, you're just a little frustrated. You don't want this to be sort of a grinded out affair. You want it to probably get out to a great start, see if you can rest your players.
Oh. We're going to get kickball violation here. It's a Georgia ball here.
Part of the strategy here where you're so compact defensively, if you drive the lane, there's going to be a lot of hands around there.
Spin from Shengelia. Foul is called.
Mikhailo caught on a switch there. They have been going underneath all these screens. I'm not sure if that was just a one-time incident there. They've switched the coverage now.
Oh, good. And that's going to be a foul on Darren Willis. And Shengelia is going to say it wrong. No need for that. Well, as you've seen from previous games, it is possible to get under the skin of the Georgians.
We definitely have seen that. Sometimes the emotions getting the better of them. Gilly ejected early in this tournament. See Willis Jr. feeling like there might have been a little embellishment there. A lot of contact as he went up to the screen. And now if you're Cyprus, you just got to be really solid this last minute and a half. You played a great quarter. On the bonus now, don't want to give them any free opportunities here.
Shengelia misses the first free throw. second free throw to go. Nice roll from Pishalis, but nobody can quite find him. So it's an end-line ball here as it bobbles through traffic. Another Georgian player. Cyprus have it on the end line. Mikhail ready to inbound.
Let's see if they can get Mitzis here.
Offensive foul is called. Young for an illegal screen. They tried, and Mitzis was open.
So those little stagger screens there. And Mayas Young sticking that hip out there in that first screen.
Shengelia. Nikashvili to the rim. Now they're scrambling. Cyprus. Shengelia left all alone. The foul will be called. 2 shots to come now.
This has been the challenge as we thought it might be. You're getting the misses, but now you've got a rebound. 4 offensive rebounds already here in this first quarter.
This is the first free throw again. Going for his technique. Second free throw is good. 2-point lead for Georgia. Safangu Young here kicks it out. Arnoux to the rim, trying to find the pass. Young. A good Shamadini. The defensive rebound. Shengelia left-hand side of the floor. Spinning. Double team arrives. Triple team arrives. They rotate out. Shengelia long 2. Rebound for Mikhail. Cyprus tie this one. End of the first here. 13 seconds on the shot clock. About 4 second separation between game clock and shot clock. Niadis keeps it alive somehow. Baldwin. And that is the end of the first quarter. 13-15 is the score. And Cyprus will be taking great confidence from that.
Oh, absolutely. Great quarter there for Cyprus. I really like their game plan to start this game out. See, they're going to stay compact defensively, make Georgia take 3-pointers. Been able to rebound well enough. And on the offensive end, I think better balance. Still would love to see Samitzis get a little more involved, but great start to this game if you're Cyprus.
Let's take a look at some of the best plays then from this first quarter. Filipos Tigas. It's great going downhill. He's so quick. He can just get straight by you. Shengelia has been the main point of contact for the offense for Georgia so far. Have a look at the 3-ball. Gogo Betadze also. Couple of triples for him. And the arc. Samitzis. A little dance with Mamu. Getting a long 2 on the fadeaway. Also got the breakaway dunk, Samitzis. We're going to have a look at that now. The fans on their feet with that one.
I really have watching this player. I think he's turning the heads of a lot of bigger clubs in Europe. he can compete with the best of them here.
Second quarter ready to go, but make sure you don't miss any of our action. It's live on Courtside 1891, and all you need to do is download the app. Scan the QR code for streams, schedules, scores, and more.
Your Coach Djikic, not the start to this game that you wanted to see. He wants to find some rest here. Ilya on the floor to start this second quarter.
Skipped across, Mikhail. Steps through. Almost snuck it in. Foul called. Simon Mikhail. Tigos will come into the game to replace him. The help arrives. Andronikashvili back to him. Young gets his hands on it. Stylianu pushing forward. Gets him back. Lofts it inside to Young, who had the mismatch. Now he's trying to face off against Shermadini. Iliadis.
Great ball movement there. So it started with Jung there in the post, found the kick out, kept the ball moving quickly. Iliadis knocks down the big three.
Andronikashvili. Rebound for Young. Tigos. Young one-on-one with Baldwin. Back out, Iliadis. Lets it go straight away. I don't think this slower pace of game is actually suiting Georgia at the moment. Medini inside. That was called. The referees will decide whether the basket will count. It won't. The foul was before.
A little bit of a late whistle there. Medini tipping it in because he hadn't heard the whistle. I'm not sure if it would have gone in otherwise. If you're Georgia, sometimes it can be a mental game. You know that they're just basically daring you to shoot from three. They're 3 for 15 from the three-point line to start out. All these looks are open. It starts to get in your head a little bit.
I mean, not only that, I'm not saying Cyprus don't believe, but they gain confidence each and every single time.
You look at Cyprus, they're shooting only 32%, 1 for 5 from three, and just down 1 point in this game. So defensively, it's been a really smart strategy. They just have to find some points on the other end.
Tigos dancing with Baldwin. Iliadis. Young with a big slap to get it out. Stylianu. Tigos is there at the top. Wants to take on Shengelia. Does take on Shengelia. Very unfortunate there. Shengelia with an easy lane for 2. And we're going to get a timeout here now to stop any momentum. Oh, in fact, I think maybe you called that timeout there, Will. I don't know.
I think it certainly would have been Cyprus, and see there, trying to stop the fast break. The officials letting it go on. The issue with that is forcing the defense to now foul harder and harder in these transition opportunities.
Hey, watch. We want to attack Sanatse with 2 ways. Horn special, this guy here. Hey, this guy here. Give a flat, not with a flat screen, okay? I want like this. Watch, Mikey here, okay? The player of Sanatse here. Ram screen, and then go for flat.
Well, let's see this for the chorus. Let's see this.
See one of the few threes been able to make. Shengelia finding a little bit of rhythm here. Had sat out that most of that previous game. Just 4 minutes played there. There's one bright spot here. It's maybe captain finding a little bit of rhythm, but anything else, really been a struggle here offensively for Georgia.
Antigas puts more points on the board for Cyprus.
Great job of sealing Shermandini off there at the rim, unable to rotate to stop the ball. Just a guard screen at the top. Good set play coming out of the timeout.
Shengelia, 3.
Shengelia again. A little bit of rhythm here now. See, Georgia now in a zone.
Tilos again dumps it off. Young along the baseline for the jam.
Oh, beautiful drop off. The athleticism of Jung there, the 23-year-old out of Ludwigsburg in Germany.
Shengelia is going to go again for 3. And now when the shots start hitting, gap begins to open up. 5-point difference.
You might want to adjust just only on him on that 3-point line.
Demetzis, he's open for 3. That's uncharacteristic from him. Just rushed it a little bit.
He hasn't had an open look like that in
days.
Yeah, I was going to say, several games.
Mahmoud up top. Shermandini is fouled. Against Young. A block, 2 shots to come.
Gotta stay disciplined here. You see a nice kick out from Mamu. Shengelia up at the top of the key, but that last closeout just a little aggressive. Really outside of Shengelia, not a lot of players doing damage from the 3-point line for Georgia.
Young is going to head to the bench. Darrell Willis Jr. back into the game. Shermandini's on the line to shoot 2. Substitution coming in. Golda Betadze will play Shermandini. To 26. Foul call.
extended a little bit there. Sanadze, I like the pressure here from Coach Djikic. I think you got to find ways to impose your size and depth advantage against Cyprus. It kind of just allowed them to play at the pace that they wanted to in that first quarter.
Willis. To go straight away. Cyprus a little impatient on the last couple of plays. Stiliano invites Shengelia to attack the baseline. The defense doesn't rotate out quick enough, but looking for them. Sanadze misses the three. Shengelia in and out dribble. One more. He'll knock down a triple. And we'll get a timeout now from Cyprus, their final one of the half, as the scoreline opens up to 20-29. A respectable 20-29, but you can see things starting to click for Georgia.
It's I think the right closeout there from Samitzis. He's been trying to stay compact. Mamu knocking down the three this time.
We let them only shoot, and we have to fight the rebound. After they tied up with 5 guys, now the point guard got the rebound. Μιλάζω σήμερα να μου τα πεις πριν να μιλήσουμε μισό λεπτό. Καρά έπαιξαμε τα τράτο, δεν θα το rebound. Πόσο φόρ.
Not best pleased is coach Christoforos Livodiotis.
Shengelia here finally finding a rhythm offensively. It's been a real struggle for him. He's averaging just 5 points per game coming into this game here tonight, 22% from the floor, but tonight everything going his way.
15 points personal, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Just 12 minutes of action. Yes. Was going to come off the staggered action on the right-hand side. Throws it towards Batadze, and a foul is going to be called. This time. GS call for the foul. Second personal, Mikhail will replace him.
Interesting here, they've got Willis Jr., Virginetza. Mamu's going to have a huge size advantage there. Looks like Stiliano's got that assignment.
Nice ball movement here, Stiliano. Darren Willis Jr.
Great kick out there. He saw Samitzis finding Stiliano. Defense and rotation. Sometimes hard to find your blockout responsibilities there.
Kelashvili, the ball is lost here now. Darren Willis Jr. will rise! And he will rise with pride for Cyprus and the home nation. 24-29. Will you just take a look? As he has a little look at where the defender is.
D. Saucy getting after it here, and you see Nidza didn't want any part of that. I think probably the smart decision there.
Sanadza handing in his notice on the play. Darrell Willis Jr. bringing the energy to a nation.
Let's try to pass. Ochki! Stay here! Stay here! 3 guys out.
Well, raised eyebrows around the arena because Cyprus are putting on a show. Darrell Willis Jr. putting the country on his back. 8 points, 6 rebounds. Cyprus are here to hoop.
Keeping it close, really like their game plan here. Willis Jr. off to a great start. 4 of those 6 rebounds offensive.
That's it. There goes strong, holding it high, tries to tip it. High for the boards and a foul, and it's going the other way. Foul is called on Burjanetsa.
They have it on Mamu. Maybe right there. Not really sure.
I mean, it was just a foray. It was what we call a scramble for the ball. Anybody could have got a foul, really.
A lot of arms in there, and you can see the frustration level. We've seen this before from this Georgia national team.
Willis keeping his eyes open here, and he's thrown it all the way to the other side of the court. Backcourt violation.
Burjanetsa felt like he might have got hit up near the facial area. Willis Jr. a little high with those elbows. Interesting, a lot of the families of the players staying at the hotel we're at. I saw Burjanetsa on their off day with his children. Great to see him with his family. I also get to see just how big he is. Solid.
Bitadze to the spin. Wow, no and one. 24-29, 2:25 on the clock.
See the adjustment here. Early in this game, willing to take the threes that were offered up. Outside of Shengelia, nobody really shooting that well. And now here imposing their size advantages with post touches, interior crashes. I think willing to sacrifice some spacing here. These 3 bigs kind of go to work. One of them is going to have a serious size advantage.
Roger makes the second free throw. It's a 6-point game. Substitutions now. Leon new to the bench. Onto the floor. It's Christodoulou. We've seen also Cyprus rotate their whole roster at times during games. I don't think coach has should be doing that in this one. I think he should be rotating his strongest players here. Will.
So far, Zidis and Nadas not in the game, so this is top 10 rotating through for them. They really only have one true big on the roster. Kumi's hard for him to come off the floor.
Inbound play here. Gomis is there, he's got to get it in. Oh, Mikhail, tap to basket. Baldwin. Shengelia. He wants Mamu in the post. Back out. Baldwin. What a pass that was, by the way. Sanadza for three.
Surprised we haven't seen that earlier. Mamu's got a guard on him, such a huge size advantage.
Mikhail. Offensive foul is called.
He's there on the steal. He had done that earlier in the game, got away with it. You see the threes are totally different, much more in rhythm here. Right there, Kumi's trying. That's up there. I would expect him to go back to that post again. Go to Mamu there. Saw that double team, let him be a playmaker. These three-pointers come off of drawing kicks, a little bit different, more in rhythm.
Shengelia with ease.
He is shooting the ball well. The one guy, if you're Cyprus, I think you got to make an adjustment on 4 for 4 from 3 now.
Bitadze. Well, when it rains, it pours.
Those two, 7 for 9 between Bitadze and Shengelia. Everybody else been a huge struggle from the three-point line. I consider switching the pick and roll with those two players.
Desperate, really, to put points on the board here. Oh, nice work. Tigas drops off Bitadze. Did I lose you?
Oh, beautiful little head and shoulder fake there. Just throws Bitadze right here. Just this little hesitation. Finish with the left. Beautiful. Cyprus now in a 2-3 zone.
And they break it the old-fashioned way.
A little drawn kick action. Baldwin's had open looks. Unable to convert prior to that.
Basket. Well, that is the end of an interesting half of basketball. 26-42, Georgia are in the lead. But it wasn't really towards the end of that second quarter that actually Georgia started to pull away, Will.
You're absolutely right there. This game was tight throughout, 20-22, the 6-13 mark. Georgia able to finish out the half on a 20-6 run, get a little bit of separation, but it has not been easy at all for Georgia here.
10 triples made by them. The box score showing us 18 points for Shengelia. Bitadze has 10. The two leading scorers in this ball game. 8 points apiece for Filipos Tigas and Darrell Willis Jr., who've been by far their stronger players.
Oh, we've seen some great play from those two, and see here, Mamu, a little bit of a struggle here. Some go down to that post that one time. Maybe something they can go back to in the second half. They have a much smaller defender on them there.
Let's take a look at some of those moments then in that second quarter. Iliadis knocking down the only triple so far of the game for Cyprus. Nothing but net for him, and he'll enjoy the moment of that. And Shengelia, he is beasting right now.
He's been playing great. Probably the most important thing, if you're Coach Jikic, was finding a rhythm for Shengelia. See, he's had a tremendous half there.
Kelishvili with the no-look dime to find Shengelia once again on the three-point line on that play. Knockdown bucket. Well, Kelishvili also getting a look from three-point territory as well. Zikic probably relieved. How about this?
Thunder dunk from Willis Jr. Been really aggressive here in this first half.
Sanata also getting in on the action from downtown. There's a few of these to show you. There's Baldwin there at the end. Makes that triple play to give Georgia the strong lead, 26-42 at the halftime break. And we'll be back shortly with the second half.
This isn't a moment. It's a time unlike any before.
It's not a request, not a maybe, not a someday.
This is now. Feel our presence, built on strength
and drive. Not rising, we are arriving. Not hoping, but owning.
This isn't a moment, it's movement. Constant, relentless.
Every cut, every pass, every shot.
Earned.
Taken.
Undeniable. The future, it's already here.
forged in sweat, ruled by queens. When we move, the whole game shifts.
And we're unstoppable in all directions. We own the game.
And down. Oh, look at Seamus Hauser taking it away from Rosenthal. Gets it back to Bona! Watch this. He gets the steal. In fact, it wasn't Hauser. I see no one blocking this man, ever. Here's a three-point shot from Jovic. Nope.
And the tip out.
Oh, what a pass.
He's one step ahead of the play. The ball got tipped out to him. He just, from his...
Yeah, Jovic, though, you're right. He's getting it done, isn't he?
Tell he's just not reading the game.
How he usually does.
Yes, yes.
Oh! Svoboda! With a bim-bam-bong dunk! Look at this. Not gonna miss it.
Who saw that coming?
Kane Sapahi. Here's the big fella, Shingun. And it's like he was fouled. He's going to the line for a three-point play.
The ability to finish this shot off balance, off glass.
Chance to go the other way. 2-on-1 break. Da Silva for two, and Dennis picks up another assist. The open guy, they're taking so many. And he's come back in much more focused on the right things.
Touchdown!
Leaked out early.
What a pass from Jokic. Look at this pass. Slinging it.
Here's Bertans. Got it!
Again, look at the dribble penetration. Kuruk stretches out the coverage and the consecutive pass.
Well, that is what you need to do Here's that steal by Murinen.
Rosenthal. Oh my goodness! Get that out of here. He sends that up to row H.
Yeah, he punched it into the crowd.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Well, welcome back here. 42-26 ball game here. Georgia in the lead, and it's been Fornication Gallia doing most of the work. 18 points, 4 for 4 from 3. But it has not been easy for Georgia. Saw the really slow start. The rest of his teammates struggle from the three-point line, but Coach Jikic, happy to see your captain find a little bit of a rhythm here offensively.
Happy to see, indeed. 26-42 at the halftime break. And lots of highlights for that man, Shengelia. So I'm sure later years will look back upon fondly. There's his shooting map for this game. Only 2 misses, 1 in and around the rim. 1 from the elbow. 18 points personal. Let's take a look at Cyprus's leading scorers, which they've got 2. We're going to focus in on Darrell Willis Jr. Or D. Saucy, as you like to call him. He's been getting it done early on here in the competition for Cyprus. 8 points so far in this one. Played at Aris Bidea, Thessaloniki last season, and he's going to be making a move soon to his new club.
Through there, and 4 offensive rebounds for Willis Jr. there in that first half. Aggressively attacking. He came into this game with a scoring mindset. They're going to need him to continue that aggression here in the second half.
They are indeed. Let's have a look at that. You can see where he's missing from at the moment. He's having good looks and good luck around the bucket. As the teams make their way back onto the floor for the remainder of their halftime warm-up. If you've only just joined the broadcast, just to remind you of the permutations of this game. As we know, Greece have already qualified for the round of 16 in the competition, despite their loss to Bosnia and Herzegovina earlier on this afternoon. But the outcome of this game, if Cyprus beat Georgia, then Spain will have qualified. But if Georgia beats Cyprus, then that confirms Italy's ticket to the round of 16 in Latvia. Bosnia and Herzegovina, Georgia and Cyprus cannot confirm their fate today. Of course, there's only one more game day after today, where we will confirm the final standings here in Group C of the competition. Now, not only is it important to understand who will go through to the round of 16, but these teams who do make it to the top 4, it's about where you finish in the group. The higher seed you are, the better draw that you will get in the next stage of the competition in Latvia, Riga. And I'll be honest, Will, and you, I'm sure, will completely agree with me. Riga is going to be something.
Well, there's not going to be an easy draw once you get to the knockout stages. I think if you're in this tough Group C, the crossover to the D group, certainly finishing either 1 and 2 here, a significant easier opponent versus what you might find at the 3 and 4 spot.
Don't forget, you can catch all of the action across all 4 locations: Finland, Poland, here in Cyprus, and over in Latvia, Riga. Catch all of the action live on Courtside 1891. And don't forget to keep up to date with all the highlights and latest information, the breaking news on social media on the EuroBasket platform, at EuroBasket across all social media platforms. And also, it's very interesting, really, to help build narrative and context, to check out the press conferences, which are also on the FIBA YouTube channel. Make sure you check all of that out. Stay locked into what is happening here at EuroBasket 2025. As we see some fans asking for Willis's and Baldwin's jersey. Here they are.
See a little better angle there. The young fans, we've got to tell them they're going to need those here in the second half. But you love seeing these young fans here in Cyprus. What an opportunity for them to be the hosts here. First time ever, smallest nation ever to host a EuroBasket. These young fans out here enjoying it so far.
They are indeed, as the teams make their way back to their huddle and the benches. And we'll begin to listen in now.
Duda, you here? Cut, Toko. Duda to Toko. And after that, watch me now. Let's go, hey. Let's again be more active, put more the hands on the ball, go everybody in the rebounds. Let's go double tracks, they have problem there early, 4 and 5. Let's go to chin offenses, okay? First offense, post up, keep on pushing inside.
Really intrigued to see what Cyprus put together here in the second half. Well,
you hear Coach Livadoitis wanting to go to a double drag play. It means he's going to have both his bigs in transition, just coming to set ball screens. And I like the way they started this game, staying compact, forcing Georgia to beat them from the perimeter. It really wasn't until the final couple minutes that Georgia started to knock threes in. I would start the second half the same way, see how they shoot early on, maybe adjust if Shengelia is still knocking them down.
Well, here we go. Players are on the hardwood. It's a Georgia possession to start the second half. Here we go. Shengelia keeps on ticking over.
Oh, beautiful spin. We've seen that from him before.
Samitsis. Shot clock violation.
It's a good close out there. You see the awareness of Samitsis. Anytime he touches it, Georgia's going to fly out. They can put it on the deck.
He just almost collects it. Shenkelia! At will! At will!
Well, everything going his way. Clearly, he's picked up where he left off in that first half. I think you're going to have to adjust. Here's Cyprus.
Tadze invited to shoot the three. Too much space, too much time.
They've been daring Georgia to shoot, but the two guys who have proven they're going to knock them down today, Tadze, Shenkelia, you're going to have to adjust your strategy on those two. Some of these other players can shoot from the perimeter today.
Tigas, front of the iron. Kelashvili wraps it around his back. Willis is there to pounce on it. Arnoux. Blocked away by Bitadze. Foul is called and still Arnoux. Second line. With the clock winding down.
Really had no choice to put it up. You see the beautiful spin move as well. He's just been outstanding here today. 23 points, 8 of 10 shooting so far.
Baldwin up top to Bitadze! Well, Baldwin throwing it up to Goga. Goga goes to get it and crashing on home for the alley-oop jam.
Beautiful pass there. You see Kume's just caught a little too high, and this is the start that you wanted if you're Georgia. Trying to push this lead out here.
Kick out the ball and play. Here, one adjustment. Hey. If they post up there one big, watch me here. The four with the mismatch, and the five is here. Let's go from the top trap to leave the ball and go in a full rotation. Rotate, rotate, rotate. You understand? Don't tell me I can't. You in the fly of the ball trap, rotate, rotate, rotate.
Okay? Taking another look back at the alley-oop play there, and I think Georgia found their rhythm and flow in this game now, Will.
They certainly have. You see Kume you're in that drop, you can't let the roll man get behind you. Bitadze there, able to slip behind, and heard Coach Liberdoites in that timeout talking about trapping from the top now versus these post-ups. A little bit of an adjustment here from Cyprus.
Tigas. Willis. Simitsi's over Goga.
It's a beautiful finish there. Bitadze was waiting for him at the rim, just floated it over.
He is inside now.
It's too easy there. If you're Kumes, you got to fight around. Can't let him catch it that close to the rim. You're already giving up a ton of size.
Simitsi's three.
This is what this player can do. I've been saying it all game long. I think they just have to find ways to create scoring opportunities for him.
Oh, wow. Shenkelia back to the spin. A little bit of hang time to get it off the glass.
Well, and you know, Coach wanted the trap to come from the top. That time they're forcing baseline, following what the timeout plan was.
pushed out of position by Simitis. Shengelia comes up with the steal, throws it up. Mamu wanted the extra one. Betadze tries to punch it. Tigas nicks it away. Now Simitis, Darryl Willis Jr.
Sloppy on the other end if you're Georgia. 3-on-1, unable to capitalize, led to the fast break on the other end.
Shengelia, what a bounce pass that is to Sanadza, and he will drain the triple from the corner.
And again, you're seeing twice now they're forcing baseline. You heard Coach Vidoite is asking that they trap from the top. These players, you got to execute what your coach wants out there.
Stilionu turning the corner.
Great knockdown there, just took the handoff with confidence, and let's see if they get the trap from the top here.
Betadze. Tigas, nice little tip. Stilionu, Simitis, nice touch there. Tigas. Baldwin. Foul is 4. Sideline ball. Substitutions now. Ojkakidze, Shermadini and Berjanadze replace Baldwin, Shengelia and Betadze.
See the front court depth here. More big bodies for Cyprus to deal with, and Shengelia. Coach Dikic probably hoping that you don't have to bring him back into this game. 25 points on 9-11 shooting. Clearly he's found his rhythm here today.
So that's to the right hand. Foul will call, 2 shots to come. Georgian fans enjoying the DJ in the arena. Sanadza to the line.
First one is good for Sanadza.
Tbilisi in Georgia, born and raised in the capital. To the University of San Diego. NCAA competition between 2012 and 2016. He's had a really well-traveled career since then. Foul called. .61.
Jim Jaradze in the game for the first time here. Coach Dikic trying to get deeper into his bench.
Willis behind the back. Shermadini. Ojkakidze. Berjanadze, left hand off the backboard and in.
Saw Cyprus got caught on a switch there. Shermadini, such a big body to deal with. Berjanadze also getting into the mix there.
Dail, Nice finish with the inside hand.
A little hesitation dribble there. Good patience for Mikhail.
Georgia just airballed that layup.
Give him 2 shots here. That's just too big for these guards. They get caught on switches. It's a lot for them to handle. Being upsized at every position.
Lou heads to the bench. To the game is the 6 Iliadis. Willis makes the first free throw. Introduction of Young. Nice interception there. Out and running. Young to the rim. Oh, and that's a hard foul. And sportsmanlike foul to be precise.
Certainly the right call. Zaradze just across the face there. Way too aggressive, easy call here from the officials.
And he got an earful from Coach Zikic as well.
I understand. And you've just come into the game, you're trying to make an impact. Certainly want to do it in a more productive manner.
Second free throw to fall. Sideline possession now to Cyprus. Elise pulls up for the mid-range. Kidza. Simon Bojanadze. Foul is called, and Shalis will be called for that.
Nice pass there from Mamu. Let's see, between Bojanadze, almost really going to have a serious size advantage with their matchup. She's starting to wear down Cyprus here with that front court depth.
Foul called. Mikhail called for that one. He's trying to say, Ruff, I got the ball in my hands here.
It's interesting. We heard Doite is telling his players he wanted traps to come from the top. I don't know that we've seen it once since that timeout.
Saladini making the second. Samisis, a bit unconventional. Kidza.
Beautiful pass ahead there. Felt like there might have been some contact.
Young hands it off to Mikhail. Deep three-point attempt from Iliadis.
Georgia stepping their ball pressure up.
Trouble violation against Jung. Zikic is really not happy here, Will. Screaming at his players.
See Mamo with the beautiful pass ahead there. Bit of contact at the end of that play, but ball pressure and intensity. Some of these bench players trying to make a statement, trying to earn time as they move forward.
Oh, Kelashvili with the easy finish to end the third quarter, 41-68. And now Georgia are well and truly in control of the ball game.
See the depth, especially in their front court, just starting to wear Cyprus down. Struggle controlling the interior, understandably so. They just give up so much size at every position. Coach Zikic right now, gotta think probably about getting Mamu out of this game already at 26 minutes. He's gotta be happy with the performance of your big three, in particular Betadze, Shengelia, their shooting performance from the three-point line today.
Leading all scorers in the ball game so far. Toko Shengelia, 25 points, 4 rebounds. We got 17 points, 9 boards. Also for Goga. And Mamo Kelashvili closing in on a double-double. He's got 10 points, or should I say 10 rebounds, 5 points. He's also got 6 assists. So 4 dimes and a couple of buckets away from a triple-double here at EuroBasket 2025. Darryl Willis Jr. is still the leading scorer for Cyprus. He has 12 points personal alongside 7 rebounds. And nearly all Georgian players are on the score sheet that have seen the floor. Only Jintaradze and Ronikashvili, the 2 players who haven't put the ball in the bucket for Georgia. Players making their way onto the court.
Mama right there, and you gotta expect his night probably finished. The all-around game on display. Darryl Willis Jr. opportunities to get some points here. We saw that aggressive start in the first half, a little quieter here in the second.
Willis. Had to let it go. Kidza up in his grill.
You see the defensive intensity here. Zikic still demanding this group performs. I saw them really turn up the heat there towards the end of the third quarter. Some of these bench players really trying to make a statement that they deserve minutes.
Baldwin, 3. Triple number 14 for Georgia in this game. There'll be a ball now for Georgia to collect after that turnover.
Georgia started out just 3 for 15 from 3. Scorching 11 for 15 since then. Most of these wide open looks, Cyprus just trying to stay compact, live with outside shooting.
Shomadini, right-handed, over the top of his opponent, all 7 foot of him.
Virginazza, he's picking up full, pressuring the ball. No let up here, and surprisingly, we've got Shingelia and Batadze ready to check back into this game.
Nice. Yarnu, the offensive rebound. The dribble, Stilianu, and 1. Give me that.
Nice ball fake there from Stilianu, who got the defender off his feet. There as he pulls up from mid-range, just a little contact on that hip. Batadze, more discipline there.
Stilianu completes the 3-point play. Kidza. Ball on the floor. Line possession.
Kidza felt like he was in his shooting motion, close to it gathered there.
Oh, bullet pass from Shengelia inside to Jinsuradze.
Beautiful pass there from Shengelia.
For Batadze. Confirms his double-double in the ball game. Roger Batadze, 17 points, 10 rebounds for the big man. Jinsuradze, foul called. 3 free throws to come for Jinsuradze, who is, as mentioned earlier on, one of the few players to have not scored points. Well, in fact, he has got 2 points already. He's going to add to that. It's only Andronikashvili who hasn't scored in this game. Now, of course, George Kosantia and Alexandre Pevadze haven't seen the floor yet.
See, not a smart foul there from Yoon. Clearly puts his hand on the chest. Jinsuradze got to stay disciplined here. I know the score is not what you want, but every possession, just try to find something positive here.
Substitution for Team Cyprus, Young off for number 1, Christos Loisidis.
Siris into the game. Willis. Trianu tries to force the bounce pass through to Willis.
See how quickly Georgia's closing out to Styliano and Samitsis. This is part of their scouting report. Didn't want to give three-point looks. One of the only two consistent three-point shooters for Cyprus.
Tikas fires up another triple. On the money, Filipos Tikas.
Nice pull-up there off the bounce. The defender going underneath the screen. No hesitation from Tikas. Some shot clock violation, Cyprus ball. Good possession there from Cyprus. Continue to fight here. Adza with the double-double. Surprised to see the players on the floor right now. You've got Baldwin, Shingelia, Vitadza all still in this game. Got the day off coming, but with all the injuries they've fought through.
Called here by Andronikashvili. Five minutes and 55 left in this ball game. Yanaris for three.
Yanaris sat the first three quarters. Making his presence here.
Oh, Shingelia turns the corner, rises up nice and high, and punches it home with his left hand.
What a game he's had.
$27 points for him. Super efficient as well. Willis. Zikic has been on his players behind in this game.
No let up. You see another beautiful spin. Left hand finish. We've seen that baseline spin in his post game several times. And that left hand dunk, the captain still able to get up.
Well, it's a 30-point lead for Georgia.
See Coach Zikic, as you mentioned, still on his players. He just wants them to stay sharp. He knows how important that last game is going to be against Bosnia. Likely will be for that fourth and final spot into the knockout stages. So wants his players to be playing at their best heading into that game.
Tanza. To Goga. How did he get that? That's Kikidze.
Tanza dunked that. We might have had the play of the tournament there. Just kind of chucked it up underhand. But Tadza came down with that.
Willis to the left hand now one. Shingelia puts his hand up for that foul. Well, you know, it was interesting. Shingelia looked over to the Tadza and he was like, oh, you wanted me to windmill that? Sorry, next time, my friend. I'll just pull a windmill out of nowhere for you. Darrell Willis Jr. back on to the free throw line as he's up to 16.7 rebounds. Here he can extend it to 17 points personal. 27 minutes of action. Nikashvili. Zanadze. Goga. Just working on his footwork down there, Goga. Now he needs a rest, so he takes a little perch on the LED boards.
See here, just kind of tossing it up and a little low there. Bitadze. These two players having fun with it at this moment. It's been a little bit of a struggle for this team throughout the summer, battling injuries, going 0-6 in their preliminary games. Really the first time everything's been clicking for them.
Poked away. Gelia backs down Mikhail. Bitadze gets the rebound. Rocket is good.
See the size there, powering up through Willis Jr. The players have been so efficient today here for Georgia.
Nice passing action here. Gets the ball back.
Just need more resistance there for Cyprus. Here, a little out of hand. Georgia's trying to take a foul.
They can get their plays into the game. Shengelian, Bitadze, surely that is it for them now. Zanadze and the 12, Santi into the game.
Whatever he's sniffing there, it's working. Saw everything on display here in this game. Beautiful post spin moves, the ball handling, the three-point shooting. Welcome sight if you're Georgia. Most importantly, look healthy here.
First one is good.
Just before Darrell Willis Jr. goes out, he gets a chance to add to the tally. We'll do exactly that. With a couple of free throws. 19 points for him. Zanadze. Santi has fouled. Shots to come now for him as he's entered the game.
Nice little side-to-side action there. Georgia gonna finish this last 2.5 minutes on a high note. It's really been a positive game. Found some good rhythm offensively where it's been a struggle earlier in this tournament. You know, you're gonna have that huge matchup against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Everybody feeling good about their game going into that.
Both are good.
Level to Santia. Nice jam and let it go.
Let's see, 2 quick release threes from Giannatis. Trying to make a statement to get it some more playing time here.
Janadze. Young, the rebound. Foul call by Oscar Kidze. The gap still remains at 30 points, 60 to 90. 1 minute 37 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter of this ball game. It's team foul trouble, so we've got 2 free throws to come for Young on the line.
Coach Djikic didn't start out the way you wanted. You saw Cyprus, that compact defense, just kind of daring Georgia to shoot. Shengelia finding a rhythm there that led to other players finding some confidence. I think overall, this is mission accomplished. Rapatadze, Shengelia feeling good, in a good rhythm. Some of your players were hurt here, and sets the stage for that big showdown on Thursday.
And it will be big indeed. Georgia will be battling it out against the teams at the lower end of the table. And Janadze. Corner. Offensive rebound, 1 minute on the clock. Skadulu wants to get a shot up. Janadze again. This time he finds the bottom of the bucket.
15 made threes for Georgia, 44% this game. They came in shooting just 21% from 3 as a team.
Well, they will just dribble this one out. Oscar Kidze being instructed by Djikic not to shoot the ball. And that will be the ball game. 61 to 93. That is the final score as Georgia return to winning ways here at FIBA EuroBasket 2025 in Group C of the competition. Cyprus didn't let them have it easy early on in the ball game, but towards the end, as you mentioned, Will, their big 3 came into their own and helped them to secure the W.
They definitely did, and Rapatadze getting the rest day in that previous game against Greece. Shengelia only playing 4 minutes, so I think your coach Djikic, probably your main concern was just getting them into a rhythm offensively. Clearly able to do that. 27 points for Shengelia, 21 points for Rapatadze. So mission accomplished here for Georgia.
Mission accomplished indeed. But big props to this Cyprus team who keep on fighting each and every opportunity they step on the floor. The fans have also backed them to the tilt as well, Will. They really brought the energy for them today, because then I look at the scoreline, they're cheering for good moments, positive actions. They really do not care. They just want to show their home team all the support they can.
Absolutely, and see some young kids we showed earlier asking for the jerseys, but what an amazing opportunity for them to see the highest stage of basketball here in Europe, playing right here in Cyprus.
Well, the TCL player of the game is Toko Shengelia. Rightly so. 27 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. An incredibly efficient evening for him as well. 10 for 14, 71% from the field. A perfect 5 for 5 from downtown. He really has had a great game there, as you can see. Family members there with him at the ball game. As we take a look at some of the best plays from the fourth quarter. Well, by this point, it was pretty much confirmed that Georgia were going to win the game. But in what manner were they going to win the game? Zikic was ensuring that his players delivered in the right way. He was on them until the end to make sure they stuck to the game plan. Cyprus kept on battling though, Will, a 20-25 fourth quarter.
Well, they definitely did. Saw some of their bench players come in. Some positive contributions there. In particular, I thought Donatas, a bit of a spark there with some of those 2 threes. Maybe an opportunity for him to get more playing time in their final game in the group. But that man right there, just unstoppable tonight. Beautiful baseline spin. We saw 3-point shooting, ball handling, all of it on display. Darrell Willis Jr. liked his aggression here. 16 shot attempts. Just become a little more efficient. A lot of them mid-range misses.
19.7 rebounds for Darrell Willis Jr. on the night. Mujinadze chipping in with the 3 there at the end. And for a quarter and a half, Cyprus were in this ball game. They're in fact leading at moments of the game as well. Well, let's take a look at how that affects the standings. Georgia move up to 3rd position here. Spain and Italy, a huge game tonight. Both of them are 2-1. One of them will be 2-2, and the other will go 3-1, tied with Greece. That is at 9:30 p.m. local time, and you do not want to miss it. Thank you very much for checking in. We'll see you next time.
To present the TCL Player of the Game trophy. The TCL Player of the Game is from Georgia, the number 20.